Hello and welcome everybody, this is Aprilia and thank you for watching this video. The first one in a short series about SimCity 2013. I want to make this video and the following ones because I really like this game, but I've been looking for a lot of or through a lot of guides on YouTube, and I haven't really found any, or not many, that actually provided good tips. Most of them were let's play kind of game videos, which are fine, but I didn't really know. I had to, of course, figure out stuff in game, so I thought that maybe I could get out some get to the point videos for you. Now let's get started. First of all, the first video, this video, how can you make so much money that you actually beat the game, kind of, and you have enough money to do anything you want, even finance multiple cities in the region? Well, the short answer, produce your own alloy and then go into consumer electronics and sell televisions. Now the long version, what you need to do first of all with the alloy, find an area or a city which has a large concentration of ore, so large that you can put two factories on top of the highest density ore field. What this will achieve is that if you have them fully equipped, I mean all four mining stations or whatever within the mine itself, and all of them sitting on top of high density ore, you will have about 200 tons of ore mined. Now once you have that, you can actually put down a mining headquarters, and you can with 200 tons of ore exported flawlessly, so you need a good trade depot connection as well. So once you have that, you will have about 170 I believe is what you need to do, 150,000 profit from ore. What this will do is unlock the first upgrade of the metaling or metal headquarters, which should be the smelting headquarters. So this one. Once you unlock that, you have access to the smelting factory, which is this one. Once you unlock the smelting factory, it's unlocked for the whole region. So after that, in your next city, you don't even have to do the mining part. And I believe that you don't even need the metal headquarters in that city either, but I'm not sure. Now the smelting factory, of course, what it does is it takes two of the cheapest raw materials, which is ore for 5.8 thousand and the coal for 4.4 thousand, so altogether about 10,000, and turns it into ore. I mean alloy, which is one of the most expensive raw materials or ingredients. Let's call it ingredients, because it sells for 47,000. So now you're already turning basically 10,000 bucks into 50,000. And for the meantime, or in the meantime, just export the alloy. You're already making a good profit. Now, what you need to do next, and that's it for the alloy. What you need to do next is have good education in your city, meaning you should have the primary school Now, well, this is actually the secondary school or high school or whatever. Uh, you need to have, where is it? Anyway, so you need to have the primary school, the secondary, yeah, no, where is it actually? So you need to, oh yeah, here it is. So the primary school, the secondary school, and a university. You should have all three of these in your town. What this will mean is that your citizens will become educated, and also your industry will become high tech. So the third technology level. If you have five of these maximum technology factories, so technology level third one, then you unlock the processor manufacturing factory. The first one in the electronics, first one processor factory, which is actually this one. You put it down, you put 1, 2, 3, 4 of these processor assembly lines. Of course, a lot of, or every cargo truck place that you can have, and then you just basically start producing processors. Don't forget to set your alloy from export to local use, and don't forget to start importing plastic, because these things, the processor factories, they use alloy and plastic to produce processors. And you just sell the processors, sell, and put down the electronics headquarters, which is here. So you put down the electronics headquarters, and you should have two, or if you can afford, and you can afford it after a while, you should have three processor plants, because you will need to reach 1.5 million in sales of electronics in order to unlock the first upgrade of the electronics headquarters, which should be the consumer electronics branch or building. Uh, Now, as I said, you need to have 1.5 million in sales, and each of the processor factories actually produces between 7 and 800,000 well, profit per factory. So that means that if your supply lines are not perfect, so you don't have the ingredients all the time. Maybe there is a hiccup, or there is a bottleneck, there is too much traffic in your city or whatever, because you will be using trucks, of course. If anything goes slightly wrong, then two factories will not be producing at maximum capacity, and you will not be selling at maximum capacity. So you will have like 1.49 million sales. So you will be just below 1.5 million, but not actually reach it. So it's better to actually have 1, 2, 3. Well, this one is not. Yeah, this one is either. Anyway, I demolished it most probably. So 1, 2, and preferably a third processor plant. That way you can, and then just wait and export processors. What will happen is you unlock the consumer electronics factory or building, and with the building you unlock the consumer electronics factory, which is this one. In this one, I prefer to actually build televisions only. 1, 2, 3, 4 assembly lines of televisions, and again, don't forget to set your processors from, I mean the stock of processors from export to local use, and don't forget to, of course, export the televisions. So at the end, what you will have is, or what you will need to import and export, you need to import ore, you need to import coal, you need to import plastic, you need to have processors and alloy for local use, and you need to export televisions. Now, this is a good example about trades. Now we have a train coming in. What you need to look out for with this well, workflow or process. You need to have, of course, these things that I just mentioned, import and export. So import coal, ore, and plastic, have alloy and processors on local use, and export televisions. Now, about exporting, of course, the best way to do it is to have a shipyard, or I don't know what's it called in English. In the English version, I of course play in Hungarian, so sorry if my translations are not perfect, but I'm sure you know what I mean. Because these ones, so you have to unlock these ones. What these are good for is actually, as you can see, they have, well, you cannot see yet, but they have huge storage space. So instead of like 2000 in a processors in a regular storage or trade depot, you can store 10,000 processors, 10,000 stacks or whatever, crates of plastic, 100 tons of ore, and so on. The other main benefit of having this shipping yard with either a train or if you have a river or sea or whatever next to you, then a cargo harbor, is that these things don't use roads, because there will be a lot of traffic in your town, especially if you have, well, I don't have at the moment, I don't know why, it's a lucky surprise, but actually there will be a lot of incoming traffic if you have tourists, or if you have any uh, students coming in from other towns and stuff. This will be full, and that means that your trade cars, or I don't know, lorries basically, will not be able to leave your town to export stuff. And you will see that there is a huge traffic jam, and your lorry is like standing here, and it takes half a day for it to reach town. These ones, if you have a railroad, or if you have a sea or river or whatever, these don't use roads, so import and export should be flawless. Uh, of course, there are a few bugs. So sometimes, for example, the train doesn't stop, or train doesn't pick up. Well, it stops, but it doesn't pick up stuff. And especially ships, they can bump into each other. They can bump into bridges. They can bump into the shoreline or whatever. So they just come, and then turn around and leave. Or like your harbor is here, ship is coming, and then bumps into, I don't know, cruise ships or a tourist ship, and then turns around and leaves. So it does happen sometimes, so you should be prepared for it. So the next tip is to always have enough buffer stocks, because as in enough unused stock, or enough stock, a bit more than you actually need. Because, for example, at this moment, I have, as you can see, I don't have enough stock actually, so I should take my own advice, because my shipping station or whatever, shipyard, is storing processors for local use, but it's full. And this should not happen, so I'm actually making a mistake here. But my other towns don't have this problem. And especially if you are building great work, So as you can see, I already built the solar stuff. I will get back to great works in a later video. But if you're building a great work and you are using your own, well, imported or exported or locally used stocks of whatever, then that means that your trade or cargo cars will go to the building site instead of selling stuff. You will not sell it. It takes too long, blah blah blah. So it will disrupt your supply lines and purchase and I mean import and export quite heavily. So always be prepared for it. And one more thing, so have enough stock, maybe a bit too much stock than, or a bit more than you actually need. One more thing that almost got me bankrupt, it's a stupid mistake, I know, was that my, yeah, let's just check it out. So actually my processor, one of my processor plants is producing 9.6 thousand crates per day. The other one, again, 9.6. So it's altogether about 19, or I don't know, let's call it 20,000 crates. And I had one trade depot exporting stuff, which of course has like 8,000 total capacity. So actually what happened was that I couldn't sell stuff fast enough, basically, and I almost went bankrupt because, of course, producing all this stuff will be a bit hectic. So you will lose like 2 million and then earn 4 million. So it's not gonna be like a steady balance on your balance sheet. You will have, as you can see, one shipment of television is about 200,000, but actually nothing happened for a while, and then I saw two shipments, and again I sold one, but then before that a lot of purchases but no sale. Then again before that two sales, so it's a bit like a bit hectic, like two sales again. So be prepared that like this 6 million might drop to 3 million. Well, not 3, but okay, 5 million, 6.6. It drops, goes down, 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 goes to 5 million, and then suddenly jumps to 8 million. So that's something like that. Be prepared. I mean, have a good cash flow or have some reserves, some bucks or simoleons or whatever they are called. One more thing, is, as you can see, don't be afraid of it. This will happen because you're actually loss. You will be at a huge loss per hour. So I'm losing almost 70,000 per hour for operational costs, but I'm actually making 1.2 million at this moment. But this one will also fluctuate a bit, but it will be like 1.2, 1.3 million, even more if you use a lot of these factories and you have a good supply line. But this 1.2, 1.3 million is what you can expect to have, and it's enough per month. So it's not income, it's profit. So it's net profit per months, because as you can see, I'm selling, I'm having 4 million, well, profit per day, but it's the calculation is a bit odd, because of course it doesn't it's you know, it shows that I have about, I don't know, 400,000 well, loss for the ingredients, but I'm selling 4 million, but so it should be like 3.5 million actually. But you know, the upkeep of the factories and everything, it takes a lot, and you need to have education, which also costs a lot. But still, you will be making a lot of money. So the only thing that matters is this one, 1.305 at this moment. And as you can see, again, another thing, you don't need a huge city for this. And what you can do, so I have like less than 140 million, but you can do it with like 50 million, thousand. You can do it with like 50,000 population, or a population of 50,000, and you will not have any problems. So yeah, well, yeah, and one last thing, the only downside of having these factories is the air pollution, because these high technology industrial buildings, so your yellow, you know, your yellow zone, no, not this one. So your yellow zone factories, regular factories which are built automatically, so these ones produce almost zero air pollution. However, the processor manufacturing plant and the consumer electronics, these produce a lot of air pollution. But to be honest, who cares? Because the thing is, and I will get into this in more detail in one of my next videos. If you have good education, basically you don't, your citizens will not commit crimes. They will not uh, get sick, and they will not start fires. So these guys actually are saying, "Oh my God, all these germs are disgusting," but on the other hand, they are they are happy. So who cares? Just look at that. Everybody is happy. They are coughing a bit. So yeah, okay. So what does it matter? And like I said, I only, since the beginning of the video, I had like 2 million income, but you will have, with this process or this method, you will have so much money that actually you can see that this is, Dallas is one of my cities, which is a new one. I'm experimenting with oil at this moment, and I have 19.5 million, which was all a gift from, so you can of course give money to other towns. So each one of my, this one has 13 million, this one has 4 million, 2, this one was where we were during the video, 7 million, 19 million. So basically all of my cities have at least one television production plant, but you don't really need it. So if you have one good, well-oiled machine, so to speak, with with television factory, then you will basically have enough money to actually finance your whole region. So that's it basically. Let's just wait for a quick look on at one of my larger cities, which I wanted to build because I thought that you need to have some population for tourism and stuff like that to work, which I will get to in another video. And of course, in the background you can see the great work, the solar plant. So basically, that's it. That's how you make a lot of money. And I'm sorry if I made it too long. I will get to education and great works and traffic and pollution, how to produce water, how to produce electricity, what to do, what not to do, or at least what were for me in my future videos. So thank you for watching, and have a good time playing SimCity. P.S. Sorry. Uh, I will get back to how you can actually build a large shipyard with all the storage facilities in a future video, because you have to unlock those, of course. But I will get back to that in my next video.